Tea Connection Live, the #1 place on the internet for Chinese tea education and for connecting with other tea aficionados. My name is Lauren. This is my rooftop here in China. Sorry about that stream drop. You know, I'm still dealing with some network issues. So, but I bought a router, and tomorrow I'm picking up a new phone. So big things are happening to make my stream better. Bought a big old router. See if I can get some good Wi-Fi up here. Right now I'm on mobile data with a 6-year-old phone, and that is why. But yeah, I was just looking at these bricks. These are all from Anhua, these 4. And I'm sorry to everybody that was just watching and just got dropped. Now this is Liaobao. This is that bud brick, 10 years old. This is that Zhongcha brick. And this is like a Fujuan, kind of like a Fujuan, and these kind of green ones, not really too sure about those. This is kind of a standard tea pick. But yeah, I broke off part of that, this like chocolate bar brick. So I broke off part of that, and I'm working on that over here. So this is the 3rd infusion here. I'm just starting. And yeah, sorry the stream drops. It's just the way it is right now. But it's definitely going to be better very soon. I think my router will be here tomorrow or the next day. I'm going to Hong Kong tomorrow, and I don't know if I'm going to be streaming there. Because actually, when I go to Hong Kong, I don't even usually have internet. I just don't get a SIM card. Tanjiro Kamado, thank you for asking about the router. It's on the way. It'll probably be here like tomorrow. But I'm probably not even going to live stream tomorrow because I'm going to Hong Kong to pick up a new phone. And I don't have a SIM card when I go to Hong Kong because I just don't. But thanks for asking, man. You were really up to date on what I'm doing. So yeah, the new router's coming, dude. Thank you for coming back, Tanjiro Kamado. Yeah, I think we're just calling this the lawnmower brick. Look at this thing. That is a huge piece of material. Look at that thing. Yeah, I mean, I can buy a SIM card. I actually have a SIM card. I can probably activate. You know, it's just, it's hard because now in Hong Kong, you have to do like real name verification when you get a SIM card. And so it's not actually active like right when you get it. Or it'll be active for like an hour or something right after you buy it. But then it immediately like shuts down until you submit like a picture of your passport. And then, like, it wasn't like that before, but you know, ever since. So it's actually, they've added friction. It's more difficult to have a functioning SIM card in Hong Kong now. So, yeah, eventually, like, once I'm making some money, like, I'll just always have a SIM card active for Hong Kong that I'll just have ready to go. I'm just not at that point yet. But, sorry about that. All right. It has a nice flavor. I feel like we haven't really experienced the whole, or like really the flavor though. It's just starting to open up. I mean, look at it. It's just like a solid nugget still. And look, I've speared it. Okay, quit playing with your tea. So this is like the 4th infusion, but I mean, we're really just kind of kissing the surface of this chunk. Like, what do you call this? When you break it off this brick over here, like it's just like a chunk. It's just like a big old chunk of tea. Probably weighs, I don't know, probably weighs about 6 or 7 grams. Deceptive because it's so compacted. Yeah, my Chinese SIM card doesn't support a Hong Kong use. So yeah, I don't go to Hong Kong that frequently. So I just haven't really made it a big priority. But you know what, Tenjiro Kamado? I'm going to come back from Hong Kong tomorrow, and I'm going to do a live stream just for you. Okay, buddy? Okay? And I'll do like I'll do like an unboxing of my new phone. So everybody on the channel can see that I got a new phone. And then when the router comes, I'm going to do a big unboxing of the router. And everyone can see how my stream quality is going to be improving. How about that? Okay? And I'm going to share a special book on my live stream that I had shipped to me from America. And it's actually like $120 or $150 book if you buy it new on the website. So I'm going to be sharing that amazing book by a very well-regarded American tea author, a man who lives in California. Cool. Yeah, it'll probably be a little bit later than today's. And it might be indoors because it might be dark when I get back. Because actually, my wife's going with me, and we're bringing a friend, a female friend of my wife's. So, might be spending a little bit of time down there. But the primary purpose of going to Hong Kong is to get my phone and my book, which are waiting for me. Cool tea. I mean, so far so good, but I mean, pretty light because we're just not really getting into it. I'm going to let it soak again. Just kind of let it soak. I think this just needs a couple minutes of alone time to sort of sort itself out. But thank you, Tenjiro Kamado. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to come back from Hong Kong and do a nice live stream. Dude, that book is serious. I'll give you a hint. Ooh, fireworks. Okay, the author is James Norwood Pratt. I think that's his name, James Norwood Pratt. And he has a lot of tea books, but this is his special one that's hard to get. And I've kind of camped out on eBay for like a year. And once a month I would search for it and finally found one used. And I got like such a deal on it. I saved like $100 on this used book. Hey, Adonai Brown. Welcome to the live stream. This is my rooftop here in southern China, where I drink copious amounts of tea. And today we're looking at all these amazing tea bricks. Look, we have this one, which is a Liubao Dongcha brick. Then we have this one, which is a Liubao bud brick, which is basically just immature leaves. We have this one from Anhua County. We're calling this the lawnmower brick because it just looks like compressed lawn clippings. And this is another Fu brick, or another Anhua brick. It's kind of like a Fujuan, I guess. I wonder if there's some golden buds in there. Golden flowers. You just don't know. And this one is it's kind of similar to the lawnmower brick, but this one has a little bit more dignity. Anyways, yeah, this is a little brick collection. I'm kind of starting a little brick collection. And of course this one, which I'm working on right now in the Skywon. I'm just going to call it like the chocolate bar brick. And also from Anhua County. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, it's opening up like a flower. Like a flower opening up. But yeah, so that's like the 4th infusion right there. But yeah, I'm really excited to get that book. I've been like plotting and scheming to get that book for a long time. It's kind of nerdy, huh? There's this tea book that I've wanted for a year. It's like, what a psychopath. Anyways, yeah. Which brick's your favorite, guys? Well, Tanjiro, I'm glad you asked. It's right here. Stainless steel. Very hard. Now there are some fancy little Damascus steel knives, and fancy cute ones. And honestly, I've like snapped 2 of those things So if you're serious about it, you just get one of these. And they're cheap and simple and very effective. You don't actually want a knife. The rounded nature of this is actually what you want. See, a knife's just going to slide into the brick and start slashing shit. You don't really want to slash through it. You want to just kind of pry through it. And so yeah, one of these. It's called like a T-pick or something. And the real test was on like a brick like this, where you can see I've just like slid through it. Like, this brick is so compacted that like I would have just snapped any like nice. No. Tanjiro Kamado, no. See, I don't even bother using, like, some might think that the other end of this is for T-pick. No, sir, this will just bend. This is 999 silver. Pure silver. So that'll just bend. You really want steel. And the aluminum also. The aluminum's just going to snap and break. Steel. Very cheap. This is cheap. In fact, if you ever buy a brick or like cake from my website, like, I'm going to give you one of these. And if you're in my tea club, like my winter tea club has a cake in it, and the winter tea club is getting this. It's an excellent tool. It can also be used as a formidable shank. But yeah, this is infusion number 4. 5? This is probably like number 5. Yeah, I mean, it's serious. It's like a strong screwdriver. Only like a super pointy, like actually sharp edge. Like, you can use this to like clean your nails or, you know, perforate someone's kidney. I mean, this is a very formidable weapon. Actually, I worry when you're trying to pry through this brick, if you're not careful, you might slip off and puncture yourself. So, you know, exercise caution when opening up those dense bricks. Bro pulled out the shank. Man, I love, it's so funny. Everyone's like saying bro. Like, bro's hobby is collecting tea bricks on his roof. Okay, this cat is thinking about jumping onto a brick. No? Okay, he's pretty chilled out. Who's it? Wow, he's like sleeping. His dog's like sleeping too. You mess with a man's brick, you're gonna have a problem, Hoodza. Yeah, you could make your Sally give up his food with a T-pick like that. You sure could. Yes, sir, you sure could. OG Sauvage. Isn't that the name of that that men's fragrance from Dior? OG Sauvage. 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 I'm sorry, OG Savage. Didn't mean to do that to your name. It's nice. It's really nice. You know, you might think you'd get some bitterness from these peripheral pieces that have been super cooked. Not present. I mean, it's pretty weak in general. Let's see if we can just give it some more time. Give it some more time. Just let it cook and let it think about what it's done. Hey, May Rhymes with Slayer. Well, buddy, we've got a bunch of different bricks on the menu. We've got a cap brick. And then we've got what we're calling the lawnmower brick from Anhua. And then we've got, you know, you've seen this brick, the Zhongcha, the Obao. And then we got this bud brick from the Obao. So these three here are Anhua. This one over here, and in the Gaiwan cooking, is Anhua. And this is probably my favorite, dude. Check this thing out. It's like a gold bar. Just really sturdy. It's like a massive, like, it's like the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. It's like an 8 inches diagonally. Like, that's a substantial brick. And then we got this one, which is also beautiful. A little bit more green. But yeah, look at this thing. I mean, you could kill a man with a brick like this. But yeah, all these are super interesting. I haven't tried these. Obviously, you can see they're complete bricks. Yeah, like this one's like super dense. I weighed it. It's like 485 grams. It's like it's like 2 pounds. Or sorry, that's like a pound. That's more than a pound. Really cool. And this one is super dense too. Kind of a different form factor. But yeah, this is the Liobao bricks, and these are my Anhua bricks. Kind of a funny story how I got these Anhua bricks. Just straight out of a man's house out in rural Anhua. And he couldn't even accept payment. He didn't even have a way for me to pay him with a phone. We use WeChat Pay. It's like the predominant way to make transactions in China. So he had to call his son, who was away in college, and I had to send electronic payment to his son. So this was like some real, like, he wasn't even trying to sell this stuff. He was showing off his collection, kind of. But then he was such a nice guy, he was trying to give me stuff, and I was like, no, sir, I'm going to give you some money. And, yeah, really cool guy. Nice dogs, big old farmhouse. He had a massive house. And I think he controlled probably only 5 acres or something. Kind of a small, medium-sized farm. Like acres of slopes. Like intense slopes. So he had kind of trellis. What do they call that? Where they flatten the slope, stair step it. Is that called trellised? I'm mincing my words here. That's a good question, Mayor Rhymes with Slayer. Yeah, it seems like the smaller, less mature leaves form these more dense bricks. And that's probably just because, like, the nature of stems and stuff just don't allow that kind of deep compression. So yeah, without even breaking into this one and just kind of looking at the surface, I mean, there are some little stems, but it's probably, I don't know, that's a pretty big stem right there in the corner. But yeah, it's probably younger leaves. I don't know. I'm going to break into it. But yeah, we have like extremes here, which this is like mature leaves and stems, and then this is like super fine, no stems, just young leaves. And then this is like kind of more mature leaves and stems, and there's definitely stems in this one. I mean, you can see a big stem right there on the corner. But you don't really know until you break it open. But yeah, this chocolate bar brick is pretty nice. I like how you don't even need a T-pick for this. With a firm thumb, you can break off these little nodules. Yeah, that's right, OG Savage. Cash is king. And precious metals is probably up there too. Yes, sir. And ammunition. And preserved meats. Yeah. Yeah, that's not a trellis. A terraced. Sorry, terraced. Yeah, terrace. I think it's... Isn't it T-A-R? Terraced. Terraced. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I was mixing that word up. You live in China so long, you just kind of... Yeah, there it is. Terrace. Yeah, terraced land. So this guy had some beautifully terraced mountains. And he had like one side of it was his. Or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, hey, Lime Edits. What's up, man? Yeah, thanks, Mayor Rhymes with Slayer. Glad I got that word. Terraced. Yeah, that's kind of the standard way of turning a mountain slope into tea fields. You terrace it. And like, in like the Wui Mountains and the Feng Huang Mountains, Phoenix Mountains, they often will build up like a little rock ledge at each terrace to kind of prevent the erosion and to kind of hold it all together. And so there's like, it's like a step and then a like rock ledge up and then a step. And it's quite labor intensive to build. All right, so yeah, I'm going to let it cook a little bit, but I'm not going to let it cook too much longer because it's really starting to open up now. Really nice sunset here as the sun sets in the east. As the sun sets on our tea bricks. But yeah, if you're just joining the stream, this is my rooftop here in southern China, where I drink copious amounts of different tea from across China that I source on location at tea farms. Because I don't go to tea markets because I don't know. I guess I just don't really trust people at tea markets. And I know, obviously, I'm not getting the best price. So, yeah. I've actually never bought tea from a tea market. Which is kind of crazy, really. The only time I ever really went to tea markets was when I was in my 20s. And I used to drink copious amounts of alcohol. I used to get super drunk and just wander around the city. And I used to just wander into tea markets then. But those drinking days are behind me. I hung up my bottle opener and never went to a tea market ever again. Now I just go right to the farm and start trouncing around in someone else's private property until I'm confronted. And then I use my wit and charm to develop a relationship. Yeah. Yeah, Mayor Rhymes with Slayer. That is interesting, isn't it? It's going away. Over to you guys. Go. Go. 10-0 Kamado. An astute observation as usual. Yeah, I'm not going to do that tonight. I'm actually probably going to wrap it up pretty soon. I actually need to go edit a video about this cat and how this cat interacts with the bricks. Really hard video to make. So, yeah, I'll be here a couple minutes longer, but, it starts getting dark. I'll just kind of kill it then. Yeah, the swiper no swiping method. Swiper no swiping. Is that Dora the Explorer? Oh, man. I'm kind of getting old now. I'm 35. I'm an old man. Swiper no swiping. Yeah, I just violate others' property rights until I'm confronted, and then we make a deal. Yeah, and tea farmers are usually happy to sell to me because they can... Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I've thought about that. it would be awkward because, I'm not fluent in Chinese. So I'd have to have like a translator, and I don't know. I just don't know how that would feel. But hey, I'm studying my Chinese, so maybe in the future I can host that. But yeah, tea farmers are usually really happy to sell tea to me because they can actually sell it to me for more than they would sell it to like a wholesaler or like a tea market person. So, and they're kind of curious. It's a little bit rare that like a foreigner is obsessed with Chinese tea. And so, foreigners in general are really rare. So generally, it's been a very positive experience where people are like, oh, they're very curious, like, what is this foreigner doing on my tea farm? But then it usually ends up like a nice dinner, and then me buying some tea, and then like months later, me buying even more tea. And so they can sell it to me for a better price than they would normally sell it for. And it's everybody wins. It's just kind of a free exchange, and it's really good. Yeah, I have another app. I have an app called Chinese Skill. And yeah, I told myself like once my business is like supporting me fully, I'm just going to like hire a Chinese teacher. Because actually you can hire a Chinese teacher to just like come to your house and teach you Chinese for an hour for really like, maybe like, I don't know. If you want to be like a nice guy, like maybe like $40 an hour or something. So it's not super expensive to get like a professional. And maybe they could come like 3 days a week or something. Tea myths. Okay, well, I right off the bat, when you say tea myth, I always think about when people talk about caffeine. They're like, oh, green tea has more than dark tea, or some people say the complete opposite. And it really doesn't have much to do with the processing method. Because in the processing method, it's never heated to the sublimation point of caffeine. Like you'd have to be cooking the tea to a crisp if you were heating it that much. And maybe there is a small degradation if you're like steaming a tea really thoroughly or something. But in general, the caffeine content of a tea just has to do with what material was picked. Because the buds and the young leaves have the highest caffeine. They also have the highest L-theanine. Caffeine is an adaptation. Oh, there's some fireworks over there. Caffeine is just an adaptation from the plant to chemically repel pests, insects. So it kind of follows logically that the vulnerable buds and new leaves. Hey guys, I just had another network drop. I'm getting a new phone tomorrow, and I've ordered a new router. So things are changing. The gears of progress are currently spinning. And there's just some firework activity over there. But yeah, that's a good idea, Tenjiro Kamado, to go over the myths of tea. And maybe I can petition people to tell me what are some myths you've heard about that you would like me to kind of research further and make an easy to understand video about. That'd be cool. Now, what are some myths you're thinking about, Tenjiro Kamado? I know, it's really kind of sad. I guess I should pack up my bricks and go downstairs. It's starting to get dark. But hey, I'm getting a new phone tomorrow. So stoked. I'm actually moving 4 generations ahead in phones and up to the Ultra level with Samsung. So right now I'm on an S10 Plus from 2019. And then tomorrow I'm picking up a brand new S23 Ultra. That's only from 2023. That's practically yesterday. So really stoked to get that. It's so funny. The S25 Ultra just came out, so I'm still 2 years behind. But hey, it's going to be a great year, and maybe next year we'll catch up technologically. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking maybe I should make some more videos hating on coffee. You know, there's that negativity bias. So like statistically, if you make some video talking shit on something, you maybe get more reach than if you're like positive. So instead of like, oh, the benefits, why tea is so great, it should be like why all the other drinks are so bad. Maybe make something like that. Thank you. Thanks for that suggestion. Yeah, I'll try to make some videos. I've made some in the past. Like, actually, some of like the first videos I made were about that. But yeah, I'm going to revisit it with my new fresh eyes and with my new phone coming tomorrow. So stoked to finally come into 2023 and experience the finest cell phone camera that 2023 had to offer. But yeah, this is probably like Infusion 6 or 7. You can't even see it now, I know. Can I turn my... Oh, look at that. Look at that, guys. Guys, I just turned my flashlight on this phone, and it just worked perfectly. So there's some weird glare over there. I didn't even know I could do that. I didn't know I could access the camera on the flashlight on this phone while holding it and doing a live stream. Wow. Wow. All these days, I've just been putting myself through such pain. I'm not sure why. There's like a glare. And that's a little bit of, it's not optimal, right? But wow, that looks crispy. Yes, please tell me everything again, or give me a link. You can just, whatever you put in the comments, I'm going to screenshot it. Kodega Begum. Kodega Begum. Where is this place? This is China. This is southern China. This is my rooftop here in Shenzhen. Gosh, that glare is pretty wicked, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know what that glare. And it's okay when you're up close. It gets a little crazy when you pan out. This phone's clearly not optimized to do what I'm trying to do with it right now. But yeah, dude, thanks for the suggestions. And look, you can see it's still not even, it's only like not even halfway opened. It's actually kind of crazy. So I'm going to just throw some more water on it and let it cook again. I feel like I still haven't experienced the full chocolate bar tea brick experience. The old phone is going to become my dedicated TikTok phone. Basically the phone I use for all the social media apps. This phone will become that now. You see, you can't have a Chinese SIM card in a phone you use for TikTok, because TikTok, the app, checks the phone's SIM card at startup. I think a lot of social media apps do that now, but TikTok is very strict on it. So if it detects a Chinese SIM card, it will not let you start the app. So I have to have a dedicated phone just for accessing TikTok, one that I just keep with no SIM card. Thanks for the question. We're the first person to boil bricks. Get it? I don't think I get it. Ooh, it's really opening up now. This light's actually pretty nice. It's really starting to open up. I'm going to call that done. But yeah, it tastes great. I mean, you can see it's still half opened. I mean, it's still actually not even half opened. That's insane. Extremely dense. I think just boiling this, yeah, like taking a chunk of this and then boiling it would probably be the best. Ah, yes, boiling bricks. Well, they boiled bricks. I believe it was the Tang Dynasty, where they would crush the tea down into like powder and then form it into bricks, and then they'd break off pieces and boil it. And then so that was the boiled tea. I believe that was the Tang Dynasty. In the Song Dynasty, they whipped the tea, and then like the Ming Dynasty, they started doing this loose leaf stuff. We're drinking tea kind of the Ming Dynasty style, kind of from like the 16th, 15th, 17th century. It's late. I mean, this is late tea developments. But yeah, they would grind it with these stone mills into a powder, and then make the powder into bricks, and then boil chunks of the brick. Really interesting. And there are some people that are still making tea that way in China. I'd like to actually learn a lot more about that. But yeah, wow, 11 people watching. Yeah, that's my rooftop here in China, where I drink copious amounts of delicious tea. This is my coals. They're actually red hot when the light's not blasting them. And yeah, it was just like a brick day today. Just got out all my bricks. Ooh, we got the Obao Zhongcha, the Obao Bud brick, what I'm calling the lawnmower brick. This little Anhua, kind of a Fujuan brick. And this little Anhua, kind of a mature leaf brick. Qing Dynasty used bricks for tea. I think you're referring to the Qing Dynasty. And the Qing Dynasty was like extremely modern. They were doing tea like this. The Qing Dynasty. I don't know. Are you trying to say the Qing Dynasty? Qing? Because that's like the most recent dynasty, right before the CCP. It's kind of fun with the light on this phone. It's funny, I'm just about to stop using this phone for live streaming, and like I just figured out how to do this. I'm going to use this phone for live streaming on the other apps that I don't put on my real phone. YouTube is the only app I let touch my primary phone. Because, it's owned by Google, and Google already has everybody's information already. So all the social media apps, like Instagram and TikTok and, Snapface and Tick Sky and, Xiaohong Book or whatever, those all go on my other phone. Yeah, I've heard about DeepSeek. That's their headquarters is near where my Longjing comes from, in Hangzhou. Yeah, I heard they trained it on the OpenAI model, and you can run it on low-end hardware, open source. So it kind of wiped off some valuations from some of the American companies who were hoping to have really nice, profitable models, business models, built off the language model. But yeah, thanks for stopping by to watch me drink tea. Just breaking down bricks today. Look at this thing. It's like a chocolate bar brick. Kind of not your everyday sort of thing that you see. But you can just break off these squares, these little cubes, Just break it right off with your thumb, no problem. The only problem you might run into is that it just won't open. This tea is so compacted. It's incredibly compacted. But, I mean, you could probably start one of these in the morning and just keep pouring water on it all day. It seems like it's just never fully opened. It almost borders on, like, frustrating. Like, I just want to drink all the tea. Open. So funny. But, yeah, it's cool that I got this flashlight working on my phone. And this is probably the last day I'll live stream with this phone, too, on YouTube. I'll be live streaming on this phone on TikTok and Instagram next. I've never really live streamed on those. I tried multi-streaming one day, and it was an awful experience. So maybe I'll just take turns, like, maybe I'll mount 2 phones on, like, a stick, and I'll just hold them both at the same time. I think that's what the crazy people are doing these days. But yeah, if you're one of the 5 people watching that's new to the channel, this is my roof where I drink tea here in China. And these are some cool tea bricks. And these are from Liaobao. And these are from Anhua. And I'm going to have a short video posted about these bricks in a couple hours. And, yeah. I use a virtual private network. Are you asking how I use these Western apps that are banned in China? Very carefully. That's how I use them. I use them very carefully. Let's hit it with some more water. All right, I'm almost out of water. A little bit left. Trying to cook that little block. But get a good look at this brick, guys. It's the last time you're going to see a brick like this. Make way for the brick guy. Last time you're going to see a brick like this. I'm just kidding. I don't know why I'm trying to make these tea bricks about the Scarface movie. But, yeah, pretty much out of water now. And out of patience for opening this block of tea here. But I have a little bit of water left. And one final cook. I'm about to lose the lid here. Whoops. 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 Yeah, and then there's no more water left. So we're going to put this over here. Careful not to get water on our bricks. That's how you have a brick disaster. What's that? Look at this cute cat. I don't think it likes. Oh, so cute. Who's that? This dog just sleeping in the dark. But yeah, thanks for joining me. Yeah, I think it's okay. I haven't read the laws, but yeah, for foreigners, it's okay. You kind of you keep it under your hat. You're just really cool about it. You try not to talk about it too much, and post about it. And you just hope and pray, and think it's gonna be okay. Anyways, probably gonna end it there. Well, I guess I'll just finish this. But yeah, thanks for stopping by and checking out all my tea bricks. You know, the kids these days are saying, like, oh, this is his villain arc, or this is how he started his villain arc, or, oh, he's turning over a new leaf, starting his hero arc. Well, this is my brick arc, and I'm putting away the memories of those bad brick experiences in the past, and seeking these higher quality bricks, and so far, pretty impressed. Pretty impressed with Liobao bricks, Anhua bricks. But this chocolate bar brick, we got like a crack forming in the center here. It's coming along, but you can see still quite dense. Yep, still quite dense. Look at that thing. So dense. Anyways, thank you for joining me here at My Tea Connection Live. And picking up a new phone tomorrow. New router is in the mail. I'm really excited. Really excited to improve the quality of these streams. And thank you for joining me. And I'll probably let you go right there. Don't forget to subscribe, because I'm still at that point in my YouTube journey where I have more videos than subscribers, and it's starting to get embarrassing. Thank you.